Hello everyone, welcome to Knowledge Circle. As we know that Council has released the ICSE specimen paper for 2026 examination, but Council has not released specimen paper for computer application this year. Council says that the pattern of the paper will be same as 2025. Here we have the improvement examination which is conducted in July 2025, and we have the question paper of computer application improvement examination, and we are going to have the complete solution of this paper today. So let's begin with the first section, section A. Section A, question number 1, where we have 20 MCQs. The very first question is, which of the following string method results to Boolean data type? Okay, so we have to answer. As we look at the first one, trim method. So what does trim method do? It removes the white spaces from the both side. So the return type is string only. Second method is equals method. Yes, equals method compares two strings and returns answer in true and false. So the correct answer will be the second one. But let us see the task of the third method and fourth method. Replace method does what? It replaces a particular character in the string. So return type is string only, and the return type of concat is also string. So here the correct answer is equal. Okay, now we'll go with the next one. Now let's go for the second question. Which construct in this figure, which construct can be used to get only one of the required ice cream? So when we want to get one out of many options, we prefer switch statement. Very simple question it is. For one selection out of many, we go for switch statement. Okay, now let's go for the third question. Which statement is correct for the method prototype given below? Here we have int check, first argument is char, and second is string. Now let's look the statements. First is check does not return any value. Check returns a value, and that is integer type, so first is wrong. Check has a return type int. Okay, this is correct. Check method has two actual parameters. No, it does not have actual parameter, it has formal parameter. Check is a constructor. No, check is not a constructor, it's a normal method. So option B will be correct here. Let's go for the fourth question. Math method which returns int value. So we have CBRT, seal, and random. These all three methods return the data in the form of double. They return in floating point, and the only method that returns the answer or the result in integer, that is math.round method. Okay, let's go for the next question. Question number 5. What is the output of the following statement? It is asking monopoly dot last index of O. So if you look at this monopoly, okay, so let's begin with 0. Here we have m is on 0, and then 1 2 3 4 5. The last one, the last O is on 5. Okay, so the what will be the correct answer for this? The index number 5. It returns, what does last index of method do? It returns the last occurrence of a character in a string. Okay, let's go for the question number 6. Typecasting is often necessary when dealing with financial data. Identify the correct syntax to typecast a double into an int using the variables int amount and double value INR. So double value INR is bigger and we have to convert it into int. So which is going to be the correct statement here? If you look the first one, we are directly initializing, which is wrong. In the second one, we are converting into parse int. No need to convert, it is not in string form. Third one is that we are converting, first this variable is converted into integer, the target type is written in the bracket, so this is the correct. Fourth one is wrong because the target type is not written in parenthesis. So here the correct typecasting is option C. Let's go for the question number 7. What is the output of the code snippet given below? int lives equal to 5. So what will happen? 5 will be printed first. In this case, 5 will be printed first. Then post decrement, the value of 5 is decreased by 1, it becomes 4. And what will be printed? So it will be printed 5 and then it will be printed 4. 5 4 will be printed. So here the correct option will be option B, 5 4. Let's go for the next one. Question number 8. What will be the output of the following statement? String S Java programming. What we are doing, S dot substring 411. Okay, uh, let us see this. Substring method does what? When substring comes with two arguments, the first one is the beginning index and the last one is it is the last index, but it is not inclusive. It is what? It is exclusive. Last one is what? Exclusive. So we go from 4 to 10 only. Okay, so let's go from 4. So 0 1 2 3 4. What we have on 4? We have P on 4. So from 4 it goes up to 10. So where till where it goes? From P to M it goes. Program. It goes up to program, not the second M, only up to the first M. So program to uppercase, now it is converted to uppercase. Now look at the options. First option says that program with double M, which is not correct at all. So that is wrong, and this first one is wrong. Second one is also wrong because it contains both M. Third option is correct. Fourth cannot be because it is converted to uppercase. So the answer is D. Correct answer is D. Let's go for the next question. Question number 9. Which of the following access specifier will make a member accessible only within its own class? Very simple it is. This is the most secure access specifier, and that is what? Private. Second option is correct here. Private. To access within the class, we go for private. What will be the output of the following Java method? Character dot is letter or digit. So here what we have passed the argument, it is a escape sequence. So escape sequence is not a digit. So the returned value will be false. What will be returned? False will be returned. Question number 11. Which of the following is not a type of token in Java? So literal is a token. Okay, literal is a token. Keyword is a token. Identifier is a token. Method is not a token. So here the correct answer will be only one. Only one means method is not a token in Java. Question number 12. The statement given below is termed as public void except int a. This is what it is called. Is it called method signature? Is it called method block? Is it called method prototype or constructor? So the method header, the complete information, the very first line of method definition is known as method prototype. Okay, and what is method signature? Method signature is the method name and the argument. So accept, and this is called method signature, and the complete information with return type, access specifier and all is known as method prototype. Which is the what is the output of the following Java code? Boolean flag false, if flag. So if false means when it is false, so control directly goes to here. Where the control goes to else. When it goes to else, what is printed? False is printed. So which option is correct accordingly? Option B is correct accordingly. Let's go for the next question. Identify the static method from the list given below. Okay, we have to identify a static method. First of all, we should know that what is static method. Static methods are non-instance method which do not require object to be invoked. If they are invoked from any other class, they need to be invoked through class reference. So here which option is correct? Here the correct answer is letter, because it is accessed through class name, like we write character dot is letter. So it is a static method because it is referred or it is used through a class reference. Let's go for the next question. Question number 15. Here we have a string where some names are stored. Okay, and what we are doing, we are printing a2 dot substring 2. So let's see what is on a2 first. On 0 we have Rohini, on 1 we have Rajarshi, and then on 2 we have Rajiv. What we have on 2? We have on 2 Rajiv. Okay, so what we have to do that Rajiv substring. So we are doing substring on Rajiv and only one argument of substring. So what happens that if I just write here R A J E E V substring 2. So 2 begins from here. 2 begins from here and it goes up to last. There is no second argument. So the extracted string is G E E V. So accordingly, which option is correct? Option A is correct. Now let's go for 16th question. Math.round math.seal minus 8.8. So when minus 8.8 is rounded to a greater integer, it becomes minus 8.0. Okay, but again when it is rounded through math.round, then this decimal portion will be removed and what will be left? Only minus 8. So accordingly, which option is correct? Option D, minus 8. Let's go for question number 17. Which one of the following statement assigns 100 to the last element of 3 by 3 array? Okay, so which is the correct option? See, when we have 3 by 3 array, an array indexing begins with 0. So here what we do, let's understand it by making a 3 by 3 array. Here we have 3 by 3 array. Here this one is 0, this is 1 2, and this is 0, this is 1, this is 2. So this is the last one, and what is the index? 2 and 2. Accordingly, first option will be correct. X22 equal to 0. The row number also 2 and the column number also 2. Question number 18. Here we have a picture and this is a DDA, double dimensional array, and we have to tell what? We have to tell the index of hard disk. If you look at hard disk, where is the hard disk? Hard disk is here. So here this is 0, this is 1. Okay, let me make it a little bit smaller. And here this is what? 0 1 2, and this is also 0 1. So what is the address of hard disk index number? That is what should be, it should be 1 0. Row number is 1 and the column number is 0. So which option accordingly is going to be correct? Option A. For 18th, which option is correct? Option A, 1 0. Now let us go for the next question. Question number 19. How many times the for statement given below is executed? Here you can say that the loop begins from 10 and it goes up to 0, not greater than 0. So 10 to 0 means it will go 11 times. Very simple it is, because 0 is also included. So number of execution is what? 11. Let's go for the next question, the last question of first question, that is 20th. Consider the following program segment in which the statements are jumbled. Choose the correct order of statements to return sum of first 10 natural numbers. So see, here if we see, very first statement should be this one. The third one should be first, the declaration of some variable and the I. Then the next statement should be what? The loop should begin. And in the loop, what should happen? First, sum should be done, and at the last, this should be added. So accordingly, what it should be? First 3 and the next should be 1. So 3 1. So only one option is there, 3 1 4 2. Option D is correct. So this was the last question of question number 1. Now quickly we are moving towards question number 2, where we have some output based questions. Write Java expression for the following. So it's quite simple. We have x power 10 plus y power 10. We will simply write math.pow x comma 10. The first argument is base, second one is power, plus math.pow y comma 10. So this is the Java equivalent Java expression for the given formula. Let's quickly go for the next question, where we have x equal to 4. Okay, and we have some prefix and postfix operations here. So x equal to, so x initially 4 and 4 multiplied and minus minus x. So x will be decreased first. So current value of x is what? 3. Current value of x is 4, it becomes 3, plus postfix decrement. So currently it is 3, so it will be evaluated as 3 only, but at last it is given plus x. So how much it will become? it will become 2. So what will happen? The total calculation will be 4 into, in bracket it will be 3 plus 3 plus 2. So total answer will be of bracket 8, 4 8 ja 32. So the final answer is going to be how much? It is going to be 32. Now, moving towards the next question, convert the following switch case into if else if. Okay, so to convert the following into if else if, nothing special to be done. We can see here whichever the variable is passed, that we will pass in if. Now, the first condition is x equal to capital T. If it is equal, then teacher will be printed. Otherwise, we will check again. If x is equal to small t, then teacher will be printed. If both conditions are not true, then it will go to else and then student will be printed. So this is the equivalent if else if code for the given switch statement. Let's go for the next one. Write the output of the following program segment. For int a equal to 1, a should be lesser or equal to 10, a plus plus. Okay, the loop runs how many times? 10 times. And if the value of a is divisible by 2, it is, if the number is even, then continue. And we know what does continue do. Continue take the control to the next iteration. Whatever is written after continue will not be printed, and it takes the control back to the next iteration. So it's very clear that whichever number will be even, that will not be printed, and only odd will be printed. So accordingly, what will happen here? A is 1, which is odd, so 1 will be printed. Next time it will be printed 3. Okay, because the space is given, so printing will be something like this. So how the printing will take place, let's see here. First 1 will be printed, then some space, 1 space, and then 3 will be printed. Next time 5, next time 7, and next time 9 will be printed. Okay, so all the odd numbers will be printed. Let's go for the next one. In this example, given below of a class cat, identify the variables and methods. So very simple it is. Variable is name, the name of the cat, and then we have some methods like eat, play, and meow. So 3 methods are given in. These are what? Methods of cat class. Let's go for the next one. Question 6. Give the output of the following program segment and mention how many times the loop is executed. So here the initial value of k is, what is the initial value of k? 100. The loop runs how many times? Let's see, till the value of k is more than or equal to 10. So initially k is what? 100. The condition is true. First time condition is true. So what will be printed? 100 will be printed. Next time k minus 40. So what will be k now? K will be 60. So k will be 60, which is still greater than 10. So 60 will be printed. And next time what will happen? 60 minus 40, it becomes 20. So 20 will also be printed because it is greater than 10. Now 20 minus 40 becomes minus 20, which is not greater than 10. Condition false. So the number of execution of the loop is 3 times. How many times? 3 times. 3 times it is executed, and the output is 160 and 20. Let's go for the 7th question. Consider the given array and answer the questions given below. We have a double dimensional array, and we have here 3 rows and 3 columns. What is the order? Order is quite simple. We have 3 rows and 3 columns. We can see here. So what is the order? Order is 3 into 3. Okay, now let's go for the next one. What is the value of 20? So for 20 means row number 2. So this is first row, this is second row, this is third row. In the third row, 0 means the first value, and the first value is what? 7. So what is the value of 20? The answer is 7. That's 7. Now let's go for the next one. Give the output for the following. Rows dot compare to rosa. So here when we use compare to method, we know that the return type of compare to is integer. So here letters are compared. The first letter is compared, they are same. Then second letter is compared, o and o, they are also same. And the third letter where we find difference, s minus j, So when the letters are different, we have to put their ASCII value. Since they are in capital letters, the ASCII value of capital S is 83 and the ASCII value of capital J is 74, and when you subtract it, what you get? 9. So the correct answer of this will be 9. How much we get? The correct answer of this is 9. Now the next one is dedicate dot replace d comma l. So in this string, all the letters d will be replaced by letter l. So dedicate will become, so the resulted string will be LELICATE. Let's go for the next question. Question 9. Consider the following array and answer the question given below. There is a character array. There we have 6 elements in this. How many bytes does it occupy? It's quite simple. Number of elements are 6 and each element take 2 bytes. So total number of consumption is 12 bytes. How many bytes? 12 bytes. 6 to ja 12 bytes. Now let's go for the next one. What is the output of the statement character dot is digit ch4? So ch4 means the fifth element. Let's look for the fifth element, and the fifth element is 7. 7 is digit. Yes, it is digit. So what will be the returned answer? It will give you true. It will give you true. Okay. Now let's go for the next one. Question 10th, the last question of section A. We have here some code. There is a class named perform. There are two instance variables, intm and string name. There is a constructor which takes two arguments. Okay, then there is a method which prints the information, name, and the value of m is printed. Now we have created main function. There is an object of the class. Now when the object is created, what happens, that two arguments are passed here, and then through that object method print is invoked. Now let us look at the question. What question says give the output of the code. So what is passed here? 95 and Xavier. 95 goes to M and Xavier goes to name. So first name is printed. So first Xavier will be printed, and then there will be a space, and then 95 will be printed. So what is the output? Xavier and a space 95. Name the type of constructor used here. So which kind of constructor is used here? Here parameterized constructor is used. So this was section A. Now we are quickly moving towards section B of this paper. Section B, there are 6 programs. Each and every program will be explained. Now let us go for the first question. You can see that there is a question is given here, and question says that we have to define a class with the following specification. The name of the class is hotel. Some member variables are there to store the name of the customer name, and to store the mobile number we have mob number, and then we have days, and then we have bill. Okay, so these are the 4 variables. Then let's look for the methods. The first method is void input, where we have to input the name, mobile number, and the number of days stayed from the user using scanner class. Then we have void charge to calculate the bill. And then what we have, the third method is void print, where we will display the customer name, mobile number, and bill. And then we have to create main method, and we have to invoke the uh, these method with the help of objects. Now let's quickly see the solution. Let's see the program. So this is the solution. First line begin with import java util scanner. Now the class is created here. You can see that class is created, and then these are the variables, the data members. Then the first method is void input, where scanner class object is created, and then message is provided for name, then mobile number, and then the number of days stayed, and then this method gets closed. Then the next method is void charge, where if the as per the criteria provided in the question, if the number of days is up to 3, then per day charge is 1000 rupees. And then we have, if it is more than 3 days, up to 7, next 4 days, that is what, up to 7 days. So accordingly we have applied. For the first 3 days the calculation is different, and for the remaining days calculation is different. If it is more than 7 days, then we have to go with first 3 days calculation is this, next 4 days calculation is 900 rupees per day, and for the remaining days 800 rupees per day. So this is the definition of the void charge method. Then it comes print method, where we have to display name, mobile number and bill, and which has been done here in this method. Now the next task is to create main function, create the object of the class hotel, hotel ht, new hotel, and invoke the methods in a sequence: input, processing, output, first input, then the charge method, and then the last printing method will be invoked. So this is the solution for the first program, the first one. Now we will move towards the second question. Now we will see the second question, that is question number 4. Question 4 is, we have to define a class to accept values into a 3 by 3 integer array and print the product of each row elements. Okay, so here we have a sample. You can see that where the product is displayed, and how it is displayed, a row number and the product of each row is displayed. So accordingly we have to do that. Now we are quickly going to the solution of this program. So the very first step is, we'll write import java util.scanner, java.util.scanner. Class I have created here q4, then main function, scanner object, and then a variable to store the product. Okay, that is intp, and I have created a double dimensional array with the size, number of rows 3 and number of columns 3. Then we provide a message to enter the elements of 3 by 3 array, and the first loop is for the row that goes 0, from 0 to the lesser than a dot length. Second loop goes from 0 until it goes a0 dot length. A0 dot length will give you number of columns. Okay, and what we do in inner loop, we take input from user and we store into ij. Okay, and we close the outer loop so that input is done. Now after taking input from user, we have to display the product. So what I have done here, in the outer loop I have initialized p with 1. Every time when the product of a row is completed, then it will be displayed in outer loop, and then again the value of p will be reset to 1. So what we do here, we get the value of ij. The each element of each row will be multiplied into p. So like if we have 2, 3 and 5 in the first row, so 2 will be multiplied to p, then next 3 and then 5. Like 2 3 just 6 and 6 5 just 30. So the final product will be 30. Then inner loop gets closed and the value of 30 will be printed. Okay, and then again what happens when the inner loop gets closed, the it goes up, the value of I increased, and p becomes 1 again, it is reset to 1 again. So this is the solution for the second program of section B. Okay, now we will quickly move to the third question, that is question number 5. Question 5 says, we have to define a class to overload method transform as follows. So there are three methods with the name transform. Each method has different signature here. The first method returns the value and takes an integer argument. Second method does what? It does not return any value but takes string argument. And the third one takes character argument. So you can see the question here, we don't need to create main method here, only we have to define a class with the following methods. The first method is what? To return the sum of the digits of the given number. Okay, so we have to do what? Sum of the digits of the given number. So now we'll quickly see the first method. Let's see the first method here. So int transform int n. For storing the sum, s is initialized with 0. Now the loop, to extract the digit, we are running here while loop while n is not equal to 0, and then here we are extracting the digit. After the extraction of digit, sum is done and the number is divided by 10 to do what? To reduce the unit digit of the number. The last digit will be reduced or it will be removed, and at the final sum, when the loop gets over, the final sum of digits will be returned. So this is the first method. Now we'll see the second question first. We'll see the second method now. The second method says what? We have to convert the given string into uppercase and print. Quite simple it is. Now let us see the second method. Here we have void transform string s as an argument, s dot to uppercase. It will convert the method, convert this string into uppercase, and simply it is printed. Nothing special in this. So it's quite simple. Now let's go for the third one. Void transform char ch. Here is a character passed, and what we have to do is we have to print the given character, the passed character, into 3 rows and 3 columns using the nested for loop. So for that we need to go for the code. Let's see the third one. And here we have transform char ch, where the loop goes, outer loop goes 3 times and inner loop also goes 3 times, and the character ch, whichever is the character passed, that will be printed. And here in the outer loop the line is changed. So this is the solution for the third question, for the third question of section B. Now we will quickly move towards the next question, that is question number 6. Here we have to define a class to accept a string. Check if it is a special string. What kind of string it is? It is known as a special string when the number of vowels and the number of consonants are equal. So here an example is given, mine, where there are 2 vowels I and E, and 2 consonant, that is M and N. So we have to check whether the string is spatial or not. So it's quite simple program, very simple program it is. Let's go for the solution. So very first statement, creating the importing the util package scanner class, then creating the class, then main function, object of scanner class, asking user to enter the string, using next line method to take the string from user. Now what I did here, we have converted it into uppercase so that the number of conditions will be less. Here I have taken 2 integer variables, v and c, v for number of vowels and c for number of consonants. Now to we have to look for each and every character and letter of the string. So we know that the indexing of a string begins with 0, so we go from 0 till the last letter is what? 1 lesser than the length. So that's why I is lesser than s dot length. Now in that what we do, we extract each character. To after extracting the character, that is stored in ch, and first of all we have to check whether that character is letter or not. So that's why I have put a condition here, and that condition is whether it is letter or not. If it is letter, look for vowel, and here we are looking for vowel. If it is vowel, then the value of v will increase by 1. If it is letter but it is not vowel, then the value of consonant will increase by 1. And if it is not letter, it is other than letter like digit or special character, then the value of v and c will not increase. Okay, and at the last, here I have printed number of vowels and then number of consonant. Here we are putting a condition, if number of vowels and consonants are equal, then it is special string, and if they are not equal, then we will print a message that it is not a special string. It was very simple question. It was quite easy question given in the improvement examination 2025. Now we are moving towards the next question, and that is the seventh question. Question number 7 says what? Define a class to accept a number and check if the sum of the first digit and last digit is an even number or an odd number. So here we have sample. If you look at this, look at the sample first. The first one says that the number is 2396. The first digit is 2 and the last one is 6, and the sum of 2 and 6 is 8. So what we find, that the sum of the first and last is even. Okay, and similarly one more example is given where sum of the first and last is odd. So it is also a simple program where we have to extract the first and last digit, and then we have to proceed. Now let's look for the solution of this one. Let's go for the solution, question number 7. Again, we start with the import Java util scanner, class creation, main function, then object of scanner class, enter a number. Okay, so number will be given by the user here, and we store the number into n. Here I have declared some variables, fd for first digit, ld for the second last digit, and s for the sum of first and last. LD, finding out the last digit is very simple. Before the loop only, we will module number by 10, so we get the last digit. Okay, now we have to use loop here to extract the digit. What I did here, I have written that while n is not equal to 0, and every time what I am doing is number extracted is stored in FD, and at last the final number will be stored. Suppose there are if a number is of 3 digit, so first time in FD 3 will be stored, next time in FD 2 will be stored, and the last time it will be stored 1. So the final value stored in FD will be the first digit of the number. Eventually when the loop gets over, we will calculate the sum of the first and last stored in S, and here we have displayed first digit, and then we have used escape sequence slash t to give a tab gap, and then we have last digit printed as per the given. See, we are following the question. As per the question we are writing the output, and then what we do next, here we have printed the sum also. After printing the sum, we have put a condition: if the sum is even, then print sum is even; if the sum is not even, then print sum is odd. Okay, so this was the solution of the question number 7. Now we'll move towards the last question of this paper. The last question is that we have to define a class where we will input 10 integers in an array, and we have to search for the given value using the linear search technique, and we have to display the appropriate message also. So let's go for the solution of the last one, where we have question number 8. Again, with the very first line, import Java util scanner, class creation, main function, object of scanner class. Now what we have here, the first we have created an integer array of size 10. Here I have taken an integer variable for index number, which I have initialized with -1. Okay, it is initially -1. We are assuming that the value to be searched is not found. Okay, now we have provided a message here: enter 10 numbers. We have run the loop to input the array elements, and after that we will ask user to enter the number which has to be searched, and that number we will store in n. Now linear search technique is what, where each and every element is searched. So the loop begins from 0 till last. It goes from 0 till last, and here what we do, we compare the value to be searched with the each element of the array, and if it is found, then ind will get that particular I, which is true. Okay, and at the same time what we use break so that the loop gets terminated. Suppose the value to be searched is not found, and this condition not remains false, then the initial value was given -1, so it will remain -1. Okay, if it is -1, then message will be number not found. If it is not -1, means it is found somewhere, and then it will be displayed that number found at index number, and whichever the index number it is found, that will be displayed. So this is linear search technique, where each and every element of the array is searched. Okay, so that we have in the solution of this paper. This was improvement examination 2025 paper. Thank you.